Living in Boulder vlog. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. On the 11th, I think, and it's like Thursday. I was going to go swimming yesterday. It was going to be my swimming day. I didn't do anything. It was a rest day, though, because I had insomnia all night long, and then which made it so because I was tired, I was exhausted. It The run. It was my second run outside. And I ran 12.3 miles. The Mesa Trail from Chautauqua to the trailhead on the other side, and then back to Incar. And so I just was wasted all night long, which was fine. I don't mind being wasted. But it made it so that I had to sleep during the day, because I didn't get to sleep until 8 in the morning or something, 6 in the morning, and then I slept until like 12, and I got up and called my mom before I went swimming, just to tell her I was going to go swimming. I just felt like calling her. But she goes, "Oh, you said you were going to come over and help me. Don't do swimming. Help me. Do that later." So I went over there, and I was there for like a couple of hours. I was there forever, like 3 hours or something. Even watering her garden, and I dug a hole to place a new gazebo, and helped organize the garage and clean out her car, and I had lunch there, and we hung out, and I watched the news and stuff, and then she kind of talked me into not taking the day completely off, like not even swimming when I got back. I got back at like 6 or something, and I just decided against it. I should have, but I figured to myself, if I give that day off, I'll have more energy today. But the problem was, I bought weed the other day, and luckily my roommate's been buying it off me. I need to quit for sure now. In fact, because I need to quit, I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of today smoking weed and trying to figure out my studio, because that's the whole reason I bought it in the first place, was so that I could smoke it in my hook up my studio. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I think I got to that level of fitness where weed is really gonna screw me over. When I say fitness, I don't mean like when I was 20 I could have smoked weed and stuff, but I mean fitness for the state of affairs that my lungs are in now. I think when I get in shape, my lungs will be just as strong as they ever were. But they're going to be a lot more sensitive to the smoke. And I'll get asthma a lot easier, because I had the worst asthma attack last night. I watched 2 movies with Kirsten. I'm watching movies every day because this whole summer, or the rest of the year, or at least the whole period where I'm trying to get back into shape, because I'm not even anywhere near there now, and trying to get healthy too, because I'm not healthy. Like, I don't feel good. I'm not going to do anything when I'm on my downtime. I'm not going to work on my website or try to do any thinking, because I can't think, and I don't want to be as less stressful as possible. So watching movies is perfect for that. So I saw 2 movies with Kirsten. Let's see, the first one was... Well, that's the one we saw last night. The drug that makes you time travel, and then, or night before last, and last night it was, the second movie was superheroes. People with a German movie called Freaks. They're one of us when you're German, and they're like superheroes, but they have to take these blue pills to suppress it, so they stop taking the pills. And but we saw a movie before that. Man, oh yeah, about a little kid who'd have dreams and his nightmares would come true and eat and kill his step foster parents. That was a good movie. Um, so I love these science fiction movies. I want to do more every night. I so then after the movie last night, I smoked weed and proceeded to have the worst goddamn asthma attack like ever. Like it was miserable. I mean, I'm an idiot. If I smoke any more weed from now on in my life, I'm a goddamn idiot. The problem is, it's hard. It's hard for me to break out. I've kind of noticed that. I'm in my mind. I'm totally out of it. Like I don't have any mental strength. I was thinking about this last night. It's been so many years that I've just been following my passion, which is great for accomplishing goals. Like my website, if you could imagine all the different projects on my website being actually finished, I'd have the most amazing website ever. I'd be awesome. But I had to abandon the website because I can't physically, I can't do it. My lungs collapsed on me multiple times, and the last time it was so bad it was still doing it even after I stood up, and I had to quit. It was between my 2 COVID shots, but I was having that beforehand, and what's the point? Oh yeah, so the way that I was doing it, I mean, it was great for the purposes of what I was doing, which was just to build all those different projects, but I was working my ass off because I loved to do it, but the problem was I was working all through the night, and I was just sleeping at odd hours, like 3 hours here, a couple hours there, kind of like going in multiple days without sleeping probably. And so now that I'm trying to get a schedule and force myself to do things, I can feel my brain's like, what? You want me to do what? Because I thought we were doing whatever we wanted to do. And, I mean, I do like to train and stuff, but it's kind of hard when there's no sleep. You don't have any sleep. But I could now because I slept throughout the morning, but, I have to go, and I would go and do something now, even though I'm kind of depressed for sleeping in so long, but, I have to go show my car at 3:30, which is in like 2.5 hours, so I think I'm just gonna, after I do this video, I think I'm just gonna stretch in my room, maybe lift some weights and stuff, but I'm super lethargic. So it's hard for me to like force myself to sleep or to even not buy weed, and it's hard for me to like close my eyes and like listen to relaxation music and just not move, to force myself to do stuff that's uncomfortable, because I'm like weak. I got mentally weak that way. So anyway, last night was the worst. I did my Advair inhaler. I did my salbutamol 2 times, which is the max. I had the worst goddamn asthma attack all night long. I I was just like barely breathing. I was like, the whole night I was just forcing myself to breathe. It was miserable for hours. I was just there going, see, now I'm coughing. Yeah, I can't. My body produces a lot of phlegm, way more phlegm than before, to try to fight off the weed, I guess. And yeah, I was just like, and then I finally got to sleep because I was tired, but that wasn't like sunrise, and so then I slept until like 12:30. But I slept really deeply, so I do have energy. But and I even had dreams. And it was so long ago. I should have done the video right when I look. I could tell the dream, but I had a dream last night that I was part of a group, and then I was in a town and stuff, and then I went in to do some like a walk, and I went into like it was like near the ocean. It was a cavern, a big cave cavern with lots of different ways, different paths, and I thought that was cool. But then I had to leave, and then I went to a house, I guess, that I was living, and I it was a house with like that I was cultivating inside the house to have as many plants as I could and as many lizards. All these different lizards, and I'm looking around the house, and I'm in the kitchen, and there's just and I got the idea from the movie I saw last night, this horror movie where this kid he could create like in his dreams like plants and stuff grow in the house, and they trap the people and butterflies and stuff. And so yeah, I'm in this house, and it's like plants growing all over the house, and even like in the nooks and crannies of the house there's like spider webs with like flies and bugs. But I thought it was beautiful because when I saw the bugs walking around my house, I was like, oh good, that's the ecosystem for the lizards, because we had all these different lizards in the house. And I have a lizard, a gecko, and I put my gecko in this big cage, and then I saw this giant lizard, and I'm like, oh no, we gotta find my gecko, because I just saw my gecko walking in the kitchen. Then I saw the giant lizard. I'm like, the giant lizard's gonna eat my gecko, and I couldn't see the gecko. I couldn't find my gecko before I woke up. But I found these other geckos, and I think I even saw this other lizard eat another smaller lizard. And but yeah, I was living in a house where I was trying to turn the house into a jungle. um, and I think I lived there with other people, but I was like the person who was in charge of doing it like that. Um, so yeah, I'm going to smoke weed just because I have it. But if I buy weed one more time, that's the stupidest thing I could possibly do. I'm basically shooting myself in the foot if I do that, because I'm making it to impossible to sleep at night. I'm gonna be giving myself asthma every night, which is gonna kill half of my day. And pretty soon, I'll probably get to the fitness where I'll be able to do like a big ride, but I'll need all day to do that. And what if I want to start in the morning? And I was thinking about trying to swim in the 50-meter pool, but the laps for that are from 6 and 8 in the morning, and it's just yeah. So I have to like giddy up and be mentally strong, which is something that I'm not mentally strong. I was following my desires, and for so long that forcing myself to do stuff might be kind of hard. Yeah, yesterday was the first day that I think I was like mentally weak, because I should have gone swimming, at least just to work on form. I want to figure out how to flip turn with all the different devices I have, and the fans and all that kind of stuff, and all the different swimming strokes. And you don't need to be strong for that. That's just practice. And yesterday would have been the perfect day for that, but instead I just laid in bed and smoked weed and like rested so that I could have more energy today. But even have the time. So I need to take advantage of training while I don't have to have a job. Because if I get a job, that could throw everything off. I could throw off my rhythm. And it's looking like I have to go find a job. Hopefully it's not for that long. I have to get a roommate also. So, and my car's not selling. I need to sell the car before my roommate moves out, or I'm totally screwed. So, um, so yeah. So I'm gonna after this video, I'm gonna smoke a bunch of weed, and even though my brain doesn't really work, it does work. I just feel like it doesn't because I'm tired all the time. I'm going to stretch like an hour and then do like an hour on my try to get my studio going so I can finish that, and try to figure out a way to sleep at night because I'm gonna be a gazillion times more motivated if I get up in the morning. If I get up at like 2 in the afternoon or noon, I'm just depressed and it's hard to get going. So, moral of the story, no more weed. Or at least if I do the weed, the rest of the weed I have now, it's exclusively to get my studio going, but not to train. But even though it does kind of help, it was helping before with training, but I think my physical fitness, my lungs are at the point now where I can't do it. Because last night was really bad. It was worse than the other times. It's only going to get worse. Anyways, so having a little bit of a hiccup. If I sell my car, I'm also super worried about my credit card because I have a 30% credit card bill, 33%, I think, interest. And like I owed $9,000 on it in January. But then last couple days ago when I tried to pay, it was 14.4, and I paid 15. I pay 15 on it every month. I pay 15 to 1,000 on it every month, and it's not going down at all. Every month it's 11, which means I pay $1,500 of just in interest. But when I talked to the guy, he said no. They figured out that it was like $350 in interest. But if it's $350 in interest and I pay $1,500 every month, why do I owe the same exact amount every month? It's $11,500 every month, and I pay $1,500 down, and then the computer even said, "Yeah, you usually pay $1,500. This is what you owe, the same as last time." And I'm like, "Oh my God, maybe that dude was wrong. I actually do owe a third of the entirety." So yeah, I need to sell my car because if I sold my car, I could at least pay that credit card off. And then I could start to pay the other ones off, which is like another 8,000 or something. So yeah, I need to sell this thing. So anyways, oh fuck, somebody's smoking a cigarette out there. I gotta close the window. It's my roommate. I can't have my window open for more than 5 minutes at a time because he's a chain smoker. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow.